say to yourself, today, I'm not going to give up. If I have a bad day, that's fine. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to move forward. Bad days are going to happen. Life happens. Love the wind blowing in my hair. I sound like a fucking maniac. I'm the Starving Soprano, and it is free week. Oh, goodness me. What to talk about? There's so many things I actually want to talk about, and I've kind of left it to the last minute again. Since living on my own, I've kind of like harnessed all my workload, and I've just been getting on with stuff and doing so much more. And it's a real sign my unhappy living situation was causing my procrastination. Now it's gone, I just feel so much freer and able to just cope with these things. And I'm just really getting on with things, which does mean that I'm like, on Monday I'm thinking, fuck, I've not thought of my video. But I do have a really good one planned for next week, I promise. I want to talk about food and diet, because I've been getting loads of emails recently saying, what are you doing? How come you're losing so much weight? What have you been doing to lose weight? And why am I not losing weight? And should I be doing this and should I be doing that? And I want to just say, most importantly, the best way to lose weight is to not follow someone else's plan. You need to really figure out what's right for you, because everyone's different. I myself, I have a food blog, and there's a link in the sidebar. So you can go on that food blog and you can literally see what I've eaten every day for the last 3 months. So if you want to know what I'm eating and how I'm losing weight, just look at that. It tells you absolutely everything, right down to what I drink. And you'll see that I go out for meals, and I've had a couple of really unhealthy ones each week, and it's not all perfect. And I actually think the only reason I'm losing weight right now is because I'm running, and I'm keeping that up 3 times a week. I don't eat processed food either. It's all fresh. So when I go shopping, I won't buy anything that's pre-packaged. No microwave meals, none of that crap. Because really, however busy you are, if you set little snippets of time away, it takes no time at all to bake a piece of fish. You put it in some tin foil, you preheat the oven, you stick it in there. It needs 20 minutes and then it's cooked. And to prepare it, to put it in tin foil takes, what, 30 seconds? Stick it in the oven, leave it cooking while you're doing something else, then you've got some fresh fish. And it's the same for cooking vegetables, for doing anything. So I'm eating just purely non-processed foods. I'm drinking a lot of water. I've given up caffeine. I did that 2 weeks ago. And I'm thirsty all the time. And it's strange. This is really interesting. When I was drinking tea, it kept me awake and gave me more energy. And I was drinking a lot of water. And I was drinking a lot of Diet Coke, because I needed energy, I had long days, and it kept me awake. And my dogs are scratching on the sofa behind me. It's such a pain. Be in the video with me. There's 2 of them actually. Look, there's the other one. But yes, I was drinking a lot of Diet Coke and tea to keep myself awake, so I could get through the day. And if I got really tired, I'd have a Red Bull, which is just crap. It's crap. Anything with sweeteners in is just crap. It sabotages weight loss, because there's quite a lot of evidence that it increases appetite for a start, and then obviously you retain fluid, you crave more salt, and guess what foods have salt in? Late carbohydrates, bad carbohydrates like burger buns and chips and all that crap. So yeah, since not having caffeine, I've got so much more energy. It's really strange. I've just got an abundance of energy. I'm not as tired. It took around 2 weeks to get through it, because I was falling asleep. I was sleeping just ridiculous amounts of time, sort of 12 hours here and there, and I had no energy. But now I've got through it. I'm feeling pretty good, and I had 3 hours of sleep last night. God, but I don't feel too bad for it, and I don't look too tired because I'm hydrated. So, yeah, I'm rambling, but basically, Eat fresh food, don't eat shit, don't eat processed foods. Processed foods are really high in salt as well usually, because salt keeps them fresh, gives them longer shelf life. So there's no like miracles to losing weight. You just got to use your common sense. You got to eat real, pure food, not eat shit, which is what I do. And I do go out as well. I mean, I think twice a week I eat out. And I don't feel guilty about it. That's one really important thing. If you eat something unhealthy, don't feel guilty, because it's guilt for a start. I think it's a wasted emotion, and if you feel guilty, that leads to insecurity, that leads to lack of self-worth, that can lead to depression and feeding into the negative cycle of comfort eating. And the worst thing is guilt. Thin people don't feel guilty if they have an unhealthy meal. They just think, oh well, get back on it. And that's the final point. Get back on it. If you have a bad... Stop it! Oi! Stop it! If you have a bad day or two, don't let it spiral into well, I'll start on Monday again. I'll give it a couple of weeks. Don't make excuses to yourself. Yeah, yes, people have bad days. What you need to do is you need to get back on it the next day. I've had loads of bad days, and the next day I've got back on it. And the difference this time is, before, when I had bad days, I saw that instantly. I wiped out my diet, and I said to myself, do you know what, I failed my diet. I'm going to start again in a week. I'll start again next month. I'll do it properly. And I gave up because of that one bad day. You mustn't give up, even if you binge, even if it's a week. Don't give up. Get back on it. You carry on losing weight, you get back on it. Whereas before you wouldn't have. Imagine where you'd be now. Say if you are like me and you have had up and down weight loss, and you've given up in the past because you've had a negative experience, or you've had a bad binge or whatever. If you hadn't given up, where would you be now? And say to yourself, today, I'm not going to give up. If I have a bad day, that's fine. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to move forward. Bad days are going to happen. Life happens. We can't live like, diet martyrs for our entire lives. We're going to have weddings. We're going to have things where we eat badly. But we must pick ourselves up and carry on going and not give up. That's the key thing. Don't give up. That's it. See you next week. Stay tuned for Matt tomorrow. And take care. Bye. Mwah! I feel so luxurious with the wind blowing in my hair. Wait for the fan.